as long as she can get the job done in this particular race and make the final. Let's meet the lineup in full. On the inside lane, Ali, one of the Americans. We saw Brianna Rollins there in the call room. She will go in the accident for false starting. 4 athletes in this first semi-final over 30 years old. Tiffany Porter, though, not one of them, in her prime at the age of 25. So the first 2 only to go through automatically to the final, which will take place later on. The lineup again: Ali, Bliss, Porter, Caravelli, White from Canada, Idlet Brand, and Okori. Tiffany Porter in lane 4, Angela White in lane 6. The fastest 2 in this heat so far this season. Away first time. Good start by Tiffany Porter. Also going well is Angela White. Tiffany Porter in lane 4 is going well. Tiffany Porter is going to come away with this quite easily. Tiffany Porter, 12.72 in the heat, 12.64 this time. It's an improvement. It's a quick time by Tiffany Porter. 12.65 was her performance in the last one, and that is a season's best for Tiffany Porter. She's been getting slowly quicker and quicker through the rounds, which is what you want to do. Tiffany Porter was the favourite in this semi-final, and that's come through at 12.63, rounded down. A comfortable qualification for Tiffany Porter. Angela White from Canada, second in 12.76.
Yeah, that's a lovely run from the Briton. It was emphasised, her good start, by Bliss of Jamaica in the lane just to her left, lane 3, who I think was just rolling backwards a bit as the gun went. Understandably tall for a Chinese is Zheng. And there's the lineup for the second semi-final of the women's 100-metre hurdles. Brianna Rollins goes in this one for the USA. She's in lane 4, the world #1 this year indeed, in the 100 hurdles as well. So Brianna Rollins at 12.26 on the all-time list sees just the Bulgarian pairing Donkova and Zagorcheva above her. And those times set back in the 1980s. We should be winking if we could. Ludmila Enqvist of Russia, well, she was busted, and she was running for Sweden, I think. She ran 12.26. Rollins this time the same as Enqvist, so she's the 3rd fastest in history, is Brianna Rollins in lane 4. That lineup once again from the inside: Lena Flores of Colombia in 2, Nedzeri of Finland in 3, Rollins of the USA in 4, then Kondakova of Russia in 5. Listen to the roar from this stadium, which has a really good crowd in it. This is, I think, the biggest crowd we've had yet, funnily enough. Bolt in the 200 later, that might have something to do with it. But Kondakova of Russia in 5, Zagra of Belgium in 6, Bilot of France in 7, Charmaine Williams of Jamaica 8, and the Canadian Zelinka nearest the camera in lane 9. Rollins is 3rd from right. Good start from Rollins, really quick legs, that first barrier of the White Sox, blistering away and pulling away from the field. Coming through well on the near side is Bilot of France. There's a real battle. Kondakova coming through. It looks like the Russian's going to get second. Behind Rollins, 12.55, the same time she ran in her heat, and Kondakova does indeed take second place. Bilot a close 3rd. It'll be interesting to see the times for that one. But certainly, Brianna Rollins in very fine fettle. 12.55 in her heat, 12.55 in her semi, and she marches on her way to the final. 12.54, in fact, marginally quicker. That's about a centimetre quicker, half an inch quicker than in her heat. But quite impressive, isn't it, with the White Sox and the headband and that flowing hair. There's something of the superwoman about her.
There is. She just needs the outfit and the cape. And a personal best for Kondakova, and you could hear the roar of the crowd once Rollins had gone past. Kondakova coming through, 12.73 she qualifies in a lifetime best.
Yeah, some run from the Russian. Home advantage That's what I...
Winning the Olympic title, 12.62 in her qualifying. Queen Harrison there, semi-finalist in the Olympics 5 years ago. Alina Talay goes in lane 7, world indoor bronze last year, silver medalist recently at the World Student Games, and another wonderful reception for Tatiana Dikterieva, 2 times European team champion winner. Qualified in 4th place and completing the lineup. Danielle Williams from Jamaica, the national champion, and sister of Charmaine Williams, who went in the 2nd semi-final. So this really the standout semi-final of the 3, featuring the Olympic champion and world champion Sally Pearson and Dawn Harper, the silver medalist from London last year, side by side, and Queen Harrison in lane 6. So Milano from Colombia, Barber Trinidad and Tobago, Harper USA, Pearson Australia, Harrison USA, Talay Belarus, Dikterieva from Russia, Williams Jamaica. The first 2 only automatically qualify for the final, which goes off in less than an hour's time. So stay with us. Let's keep an eye on lanes 4, 5 and 6. Harper in 4, Pearson in 5, Harrison there, USA in lane 6. .12.83 at the moment. The fastest, slowest of the 2 fastest qualifier times. Bio 12.78. Nia Ali 12.83. That's the time to watch for those outside the top 2. Away they go. Sally Pearson in the centre there, in the goal of Australia, has got away to a flyer. Dawn Harper keeping for a stride to stride. Queen Harrison with a bit of work to do, but Sally Pearson timing her into perfection. Sally Pearson gets it. 12.50. Oh my word, a season's best for Sally Pearson by some distance. And the Olympic champion and the reigning world champion surely timing her run and her comeback from injury. One more race to go to defend her title, and that was impressive running by Sally Pearson. A season's best 12.50. Dawn Harper, as she was in the Olympics last year, Tim, having to settle for 2nd, but does qualify.
She does qualify, albeit beaten by a metre. There was a moment around the 60 or 70 metres when Harper was almost alongside Pearson. The Australian seemed to just find another gear, probably just maintaining her speed and rhythm as the pressure was applied to all of them in the latter stages, and she went well clear, and that's what drove her on to that brilliant run. Season's best 12.50. And Pearson, well, she equals the 4th fastest time in the world this year behind Rollins and Harrison and Ali. Lolo Jones, who chips, of course, 12.50 as well this summer. But, well, Rollins was her winning time in that second heat. They're coming through. And I would say they're equal favourites at the moment. Rollins 12.54. Well, that's the confirmation of the 2nd semi-final. Rollins and Kondakova definitely through.
Les dernières places en finale, Cindy, qu'est-ce que tu dois améliorer pour la finale?
Je dois pas avoir un coup de mou pendant la...